from the top, big boy.
One tofu dog with the works, please.
Hey, sis, we did some nice work today.
No, you did some nice work today. On your own, as usual.
Let me guess.
As usual.
You're mad, right?
Trial.
But you can't be too mad, because you ordered me a chili dog.
What does that mean? That makes no sense.
Shut up and listen.
You're mad, right? You're mad.
But you can't be mad,
Because you ordered me a chili dog.
Chili dog.
You're mad, right? You're mad.
but you can't be mad,
Because you ordered me a chili dog. Chili dog. Chili dog. Right? Chili dog. Chili dog. Right? Chili.
I wanna meet the person who made this and just give them a hug.
I know.
Amazing.
This just makes me happy in a way that normally my girlfriend only makes me feel.
Yeah,
but
me too.
this video.
It renews my faith in humanity.
Alright, hello everyone, welcome to Rambling Bullshit
We're
420.
two self-important douchebags who think you want to hear what we have to say about everything.
Stare into the abyss, look at the infinity of everything. But, oh, that's for our video
Where does it end?
viewers. I guess everyone's a video viewer right now because I haven't actually made it to MP3 format, but I will.
We call ourselves a podcast, but we're not really.
Well, we will be. I just need to perfect my technique,
We're
and then we'll get there.
We emulate a podcast.
Hey, if you're there from day one, I'll give you like a special shirt or some shit like that.
yeah,
That's all you get.
When we inevitably become rich and famous. I mean, it's not a question of if, it's really a question of when, right?
Okay, that's a little bit of narcissism, but that's for later to talk about, I suppose. Let's get to the first video. Oh, we just wanted to talk some shit about Disney because we don't think anyone ever does it.
I don't know. It's gonna be hard for me to find some negative things to say about the Lion King.
All right. And we're really scared, so we're gonna pause a lot.
This is just one of the most epic scenes ever filmed, or not filmed, but animated. God, it's so beautiful.
We're really scared to talk about this, so we're gonna pause it all the time because we think Disney will come down with the hammer of Thor because they own Thor now. They own everything.
Disney is just the type of company that would go after some measly little channel with like 50 views.
Yeah, you owe us $5,000 for using our content.
You're going to be in crippling debt for the rest of our life because you used 30 seconds of our movie clip.
Which, it probably costs millions of dollars for 30 seconds, but maybe not that much, but, you know, a pretty high cost. I think Disney's unethical, though. They probably use, like, Korean sweatshops.
I just think it's funny how, like, everyone pretty much acknowledges that the Disney Corporation is, like, the stereotypical evil company. They have horrible business practices, and yet we love their products
so much. Yeah, we do.
Like, they give so much beauty to the world, and yet they're fucking assholes.
Well, you know, assholes don't have to shit all the time, man.
I guess the creative people are cool. It's just the leadership, the top brass.
Story of my life, man. Okay. The Circle of Life, everyone knows this song, is clearly trying to teach everyone about death.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, this whole movie is about death and taking the place of your father. I mean, the most iconic scene in the movie to me is when I think this is after Mufasa's dead and Simba sees his big paw print. He puts his little paw into the paw print, and so he has to grow up to fill those shoes. Well, not really shoes, but you know,
paws.
Yeah.
But you know, it's a very popular opinion right now that the Lion King, Scar was actually not a bad guy.
Well, he was. I mean, he murdered his brother. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, but he did that because his brother was repressing all the rest of the populace of the animals he didn't see as normal.
There's a whole weird social system going on in the Lion King where the lions are like the top clique who are like the elite cast, and they're in charge of everyone else, all the prey animals that they feast on.
Yeah, lions don't eat vegetables. They
Yeah.
demand sacrifices from those
like,
animals,
the animals
at
are like
least.
basically fucking worshipping them in this scene.
It's kind of fucked
They're
up.
like gods of vengeance.
Yeah, it's like either you show up here, or we're gonna eat your whole family. Well, okay.
I guess I'll show up. But they never, like, I don't know. If the movie had actually shown the lions hunting, I would have given it more credit because it would like show the other side of things. Well, I mean, that's a problem whenever you try to anthropomorphize animals and give them human intelligence, is that the animal world is savage. And, like, to think that all those animals are actually intelligent is just a really disturbing thought.
Yeah, the whole context of this movie would have changed drastically if you showed fucking Mufasa. Yeah, honestly, if you showed Mufasa going and killing one of the friendly animals, like, oh, Mufasa, King, how's it going?
Honestly, this movie
crunches
doesn't
their
make
neck.
humans look any better, because if animals are intelligent and we kill like cows on a mass basis, like we're 10 million times worse than them.
Yeah, but cows are ugly, just like all the rest of the other animals, like hyenas.
Oh yeah, they're not majestic. Oh
yeah.
yeah, what's up with the hyenas? Why are they?
Why are they banished?
Yeah, they're segregated to like a ghetto. It's like they're like the Jews.
Yeah, fucking Scar was America trying to go and free the Jews, and Mufasa represents Hitler, really.
But
so.
why are the hyenas even bad? They're just scavengers. They're not even hunters.
Yeah, they're part of the circle of life. Like the very fucking shit that Mufasa preaches in the beginning of it. Yeah, you know, fuck. Now that I think about it, fuck Lion King.
Lion King has some really weird messages. To
Yeah, let's go on to Aladdin.
Now, granted, this is supposed to be a human story told through animals. It's a human story. It's like it's basically based on Shakespeare's Hamlet. And we're supposed to be focusing on the father-son relationship and the drama with the uncle. That's what we're supposed to be thinking about.
But you can't ignore everything else. I'm sorry.
But yeah, if you overanalyze Lion King, it's really, really fucked up. That's our point.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
Trials.
Hope I haven't muted the whole time.
I'm trying not to burp.
I am
Okay.
muted.
Yeah, you're unmuted.
Okay, I don't want to have talk.
Okay,
all
sorry
the time.
everyone. Listen to us talk about technical jumbo mumbo. Oh, you my anus, shining, shimmering splendor.
Oh yeah, can I just comment on the fact that she asked a perfectly legitimate question: is this safe? And then Aladdin doesn't even really answer. He just says, "Do you trust me? Do you trust me? Like, how about you show me a fucking safety harness? Then I'll trust you."
In case you never realized it, because I guess my girlfriend didn't until I pointed it out to her. I was just like, I thought everyone knew this. This is a euphemism for sex. A euphemism, metaphor. Sorry.
Yeah.
Why do? Whatever. Metaphor for sex, like so fucking clearly.
Yeah.
The Magic Carpet Ride is based off another old song.
Yeah.
Who was it?
Steppenwolf.
Yeah, Steppenwolf in the 70s, I believe.
1968, I think.
Yes, basically, literally about come and have sex with me.
Why don't you come
fun.
with me, little girl, on a magic carpet ride?
Yeah, and then they change it into this. So I'm sure parents who were watching this because they grew up with that song, watching this, were laughing the whole time.
They had a wee little chuckle.
Yeah.
Trial.
That was a horrible accent, Dalton. I'm sorry.
No, it wasn't.
A wee little chuckle.
Yeah, well, Cockneys sound horrible. That's just the truth. That's a horrible accent.
Yeah.
I hope I didn't offend any people with Cockney accents that are watching this, but you're probably not.
There's not that much else to delve into this. Literally.
Yeah, I just want to comment on the complete lack of safety on the.
Yeah, there's nowhere to hold on to. Like, okay, the carpet is magic though, so I bet you it has its own like local gravitational pull or something like that.
Also, yeah, maybe it just magic. That's the perfect explanation in any kind of problem in movies like this. Oh, it's just magic. It is literally called a magic carpet.
I mean, Christians do it, so.
Yeah. Another thing is, how the fuck does she not tell that Prince Ali is Aladdin? I mean,
it's the whole Clark Kent thing.
It's the Clark Kent question. I mean, he's Aladdin. He didn't change his face at all.
Okay, maybe Jasmine is actually his soulmate because she understands what he's doing.
Yeah.
She's just humoring him because she knows he needs to develop as a character.
She's just playing along. I like that interpretation, but I don't think that's what.
Okay, like a lot of feminists like to give Jasmine shit because she's the only like do-nothing princess. And out of all the Disney movies, like, she doesn't do fucking anything.
But the thing is, like, she's on the top already. She's the princess.
Yeah, she gives Aladdin his fucking power. Like,
yeah.
I don't know what else to say about that.
He's a street urchin. He's a thief.
Yeah, without her, he would be fucking nothing.
Yeah, quite literally nothing. He'd be on the bottom rung.
So, you know, people could say whatever they want to say about Jasmine. And she has a tiger, right?
She tamed a fucking tiger.
Yeah.
Used it as a pet. How badass is that?
That's pretty badass. Dave, fuck this song. Let's go on to Mulan. I fucking, like, I can't even talk shit about Mulan. I fucking love Mulan, yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of flaws in this movie.
Yeah. Okay, when I was in boot camp, literally,
this was the
my
song.
division sang this.
We didn't sing it in my boot camp, in my division, but I thought of this song every single day in boot camp. It just went in my head.
I wonder how much we can get away with playing this. This is a good song.
I'm commenting on it.
Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. Did they send me daughters when I asked for sons? Okay, I just want to say that him saying daughters are worthless or whatever is kind of sexist, but also really ironic because they did send him daughters.
Yeah, I mean,
Trial.
yeah, the whole message of this movie is that women actually can go out and do badass stuff, which is a good message.
Trial.
Yeah. It's really hard to fault this.
It's a good movie. It's funny. Plus, I like this is one of the few Disney songs that's like masculine and macho, and it's about kicking ass. I kind of like that. That's a nice change.
Yep. All right. Oh, I'm not even gonna talk shit about Mulan. I'm not even gonna attempt. We're going on to the next one.
Mermaid. What can we say about the?
What is wrong with the Little Mermaid? I fucking like the Little Mermaid.
We got to create.
I'm sure feminists say some shit about it, but
percussion.
No. Okay. Ariel's kind of. She does everything in this fucking movie.
She moves a lot forward.
Yeah. She is this story.
I guess you can say, like her trying to change her life and get out of her situation is what leads to the catastrophe when Ursula gets the trident and then she becomes all powerful.
Ursula was gonna do that anyway.
Yeah, I mean Ursula was pretty much just a scheming bitch that won power.
Yeah.
So. I also like the role Ursula plays in the story, like the devil. Like Ariel's kind of like selling her soul to this world's version of the devil. That's pretty cool. And her song, Ursula's song, "Poor Unfortunate Souls," that is one of the best villain songs ever. It's so fucking good.
I pause for that burp. Yeah. You all didn't have to listen to my burp there. At least I hope you don't.
So polite.
Strings. Winds.
Why is the crab like? What is he, Rastafarian or whatever?
He's Jamaican.
Jamaican, like why?
He's just randomly Jamaican. Why not? Even though they all come from the same area under the sea, some of them just have weird accents.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, actually, if anything, the prince is very generic in this movie. He has almost no personality. Like, what does he do?
Have you seen his fucking waist? Like, how can I ever live up to that standard, man?
Yeah,
like,
oh my god.
Fucking...
I'm just being given unrealistic body standards, and it's causing me to become anorexic, and all my problems are because of Disney.
Gotta blame someone, right?
Sexism.
Oh, man.
She don't got a lot to say, but there's something about.
Okay, another song about fucking, like, fuck the girl,
this
basically.
This is clearly, like, right before they have sex. This whole scene is a setup for sex.
Oh, definitely.
Although, isn't this right before Ursula attacks him, so I guess they get interrupted.
Yeah, it'd be fucking hilarious, though, if we had a different society, and instead of, like, cutting from the sex scene, they just show, like, graphic fucking, like, sex scenes, like...
Honestly, I don't understand why kids can't see sex or know about sex. I don't get it.
Well, because, okay, like, mostly it's because you don't want them having sex with people they shouldn't be having sex with, like adults who have potentially STDs or could get young women pregnant. That's why.
But, I mean, we just need to tell them the truth about it. Hey, sex is fun, but can be dangerous. You need to wait until you fully develop.
Yeah, they, like, fucking, they show them having sex, and then Ariel gets a fucking STD, and, like, it's all in detail and shit.
It sounds like a right-wing Christian after-school special from the 1990s or something.
Oh, man. I mean, it's the truth, though. That can happen. Like, Ariel definitely looks of age. Like, she's honestly, 16 or something like that. That is something they
would do in Captain Planet. Remember the one where the guy got AIDS?
No.
Yeah, there's a episode about AIDS.
There's a Walker Texas Ranger episode where there's episode where a child got AIDS. It was the fucking the Sixth Sense kid, whatever the fuck his name is. He got AIDS. Walker says, "I have AIDS." That's his line.
The only episode I remember Walker Texas Ranger was really ridiculous. It's the one where there's a new drug called White Buffalo, and like the Native Americans have a statue of a white buffalo, and the statue just starts crying. It's a big news story because the statue cries literal tears.
We watched that together.
Did we?
Yeah, that's a special moment. No, because I remember seeing that. One of the most
absurd things I've ever seen on television.
Hercules, I fucking love Hercules. I don't even know if I can talk shit about it. It's one of those like really great ones. Okay, play the song. I don't care.
Lighten up, dude.
Hercules.
I think this is what got me into mythology back in the day.
Choice to make it like a gospel song.
Okay, why not?
I mean, I'm okay with that. I just think it's a weird choice.
Okay, let's talk about a moment when Smith was being racist without realizing it. We were talking about.
I'm never racist. What are you talking about?
We were talking about groups of made-up races from like Lord of the Rings, like elves and orcs and goblins and shit.
Yeah.
And we're talking about music or whatever. And then he says, "You know what race I think would make rap music? It's the orcs, because all the violent orcs.
No,
like okay, rap music is automatically violent. You're saying genre prominently like made by African Americans.
I mean,
sorry, I don't use that word. Black people. They're African Americans. They're literally from Africa. And black people are black people. But anyway, like just I need to explain this story that black people are AKA orcs, the ugly race.
Okay, can I tell you my thought process?
Yeah, it seems really racist.
In a fantasy world, orcs would probably be treated like black people are treated and are real.
No, they aren't.
Because they're ugly and their culture is violent.
Orcs are cool.
So I feel like they would get the most judgment towards them.
We're talking about Elder Scrolls, though.
Ghettos and stuff.
No, we're talking about Elder Scrolls. And Elder Scrolls, like, orcs are like just another person. It's like elves that are discriminated against.
The main orcs I know are Lord of the Rings orcs and Warcraft orcs. I don't know anything about Elder
I don't even know why he had to bring that into there, but... Okay, a fun fact, if you want to learn about racism, like what it feels like to be a minority or someone who's discriminated upon, just make a fucking, like, Argonian, like a lizard person, or a Khajiit, a cat person in Skyrim, and just watch as everyone is like, oh, I don't deal with your type. Like, you're just like, what the fuck?
Why not? What's wrong with me?
Yeah.
I'm just like everybody else.
People who say that I can't empathize and have all this privilege don't understand that I've played Skyrim and I totally know what it feels like, because that is bullshit.
It's like the whitest thing you've ever said.
I'm just saying, they raise their prices, they fucking won't talk to you, they're just a bunch of assholes. You know, I can relate.
That's actually a really good racism simulator.
I know!
You should make a Tumblr thread about that.
Yeah, no, they talk about how I couldn't understand automatically. White privilege, bullshit, whatever. Fuck it. 10 shocking Disney princess controversies.
I'm really surprised they didn't make shocking in all caps. That would have been perfect.
Okay, this is our next video, 10 shocking Disney princess controversies. To see what it says, what it does.
What the hell is that?
Disney movies aren't all about handsome princes and happily ever afters.
No shit. Who is narrating this? Is this Sarkeesian?
Nobody watches Disney for that.
I wouldn't watch it. This is Sarkeesian. It's not, is it?
No, it's not Sarkeesian.
Okay.
Controversies have surfaced, especially when it comes to Walt's princess.
Okay, Pocahontas. Pocahontas is so fucked up because the real story is like this fucking 30 to 40-year-old white male coming to fucking Native America and basically that's what it was. It's dominated by the natives then. Okay. America when it was dominated by natives. We'll shorten it by saying Native America.
Pre-Columbian America. Well, actually, it was post-Columbian, but it was pre-contact. Pre-European.
Everyone knows what I mean when I say Native America.
I know. I just feel like being a nitpicky ass.
No, I feel like being Shakespeare and making things up as I go. So I'm doing it. Native America. Yeah. This fucking guy comes and basically like steals a 13-year-old Native American female, and then like I can't imagine it was consensual sex. Like rapes her and takes her to fucking England. England, right? Or is it Spain? I can't fucking remember. Yeah, England, where she dies very young.
She died like 21.
Yeah, and then they try to make it this whole romantic story. It's super fucked up.
About this girl's poor abused girl's tragically short life.
Yes!
And like she sings songs, and she has these romantic scenes with this European guy.
That's so evil. Hold on, I need to make sure Dalton's in frame. Everyone, let's see. Is Dalton in frame? Yeah, he is. All right, good.
Just
great.
Around the river bend.
All right, let's watch this video.
Whether they were kissed without consent
or
that the guy solely based on looks.
It's a fairy tale, okay? Fairy tales are not supposed to be like literal realistic stories. They're supposed to be about archetypes.
Yeah, but it's still, when you think about it, I mean, it's kind of fucked up when you kiss an unconscious person, but at the same time, it's based off a really traditional fairy tale.
It's really traditional, that's what it is. It speaks to symbols in the human mind.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be taken at face value, obviously.
Yeah, oh my god, these people are just ruining stories.
Okay, it would be different if it was fucking like The Amazing Life of Zack and Cody. I don't even know that show, but I'm just using it as an example. And fucking Zack goes into a woman, a female's room who's unconscious and just starts making out with her. Like, that'd be horrible. Because they're supposed to be real people.
If she woke up and slapped him, that'd be good. But if she just stays unconscious the whole time, or if she likes it, if she wakes up and finds a guy who she's never met before, just making out with her, and then she's like, "Oh, my prince, I love you so much." That would be fucked up.
Like Mario? She sounds like Mario there.
She's an Italian princess. Okay.
Okay, even if Zack kissed a man that would look just like Mario and talk like Mario, that's still wrong. Doesn't matter what gender. Okay.
Let's watch
10
this
shocking Disney princess
10
controversies.
shocking Disney
Cinderella.
princess
Cinderella.
controversies.
Cinderella is a classic female stereotype. She spends all of
Yeah.
her time doing housework and chores and is essentially
Okay, but she's forced to.
Yeah, it's a very abusive
It's
situation.
not. Yeah, you're saying it's a stereotype, but it's not what she
They're not
wants to
trying
do.
to say that all women should be like this. In fact, the story's about her escaping from
Yeah,
these horrible
literally,
conditions.
she complains about it the whole time. She doesn't want to be like this at all. It's not who she is, you fucking morons.
Well, let's see what they have to
helpless,
say.
relying on Prince Charming to save her. Instead of working for her freedom,
Doesn't she kind of do it herself?
Well, the reason she doesn't work to free herself is because this is all she's ever known.
Trial.
Like, she doesn't know about the outside world. It's dangerous and scary to her.
Yeah, and like the fact that she's a female is just like an added thing. It could totally be a male in this same situation.
Yeah, male falling in love with a princess, like Aladdin.
Ooh.
Trial.
Except for the male's actually the hero.
Yeah, okay. I'll give way on this. Old stories definitely typically tend to favor female as the helpless one. Definitely.
Oh yeah, definitely. That was reflective of their attitude.
Okay, it's definitely an old story though. When was fucking Cinderella made? Why do you care?
1500s?
Like, it's so obvious that it was like wrong and sexist and
It's a
shit.
fucking medieval society. What do
Duh!
you expect?
You don't even need to point it out. It's like, oh, back then they were super sexist. Okay, done. Problem solved. Check it off. Like, okay.
It's like if a black character was treated differently in a story set in 1800s America.
No, yeah, duh.
You think?
she expects a man to do everything for her, and in the end becomes a princess through marriage. The prince also only pays attention to her when she's made up in a stunning gown. Looks
Okay, because she's fucking a peasant girl. I mean, and like that's the only he'd never met her before. That was the only chance he had to pay attention to her.
Yeah, he also was a prince. He's not allowed to talk to the peasantry.
She had to stand out from all the other women there, and she called his attention. And they
Also,
hit
okay,
it off.
if the prince started just talking and flirting with the servant, everyone would be like, what the fuck? That is very wrong. Like, they'd immediately stop him. So...
I mean, he's just as constrained by his position as she is by hers. This is about them basically breaking out of their social roles and, you know, being who they are. So, in some ways, this story is actually kind of anti-traditional.
clearly all that matter. Aurora. Like many Disney
That's
princesses,
it. That's all I'm going to say
Aurora
about
from
it.
the
That's the only
She doesn't have any, like, backup. Okay, whatever. What the fuck is Aurora?
She's a princess from Sleeping Beauty.
Oh, that's her name? Okay, I haven't seen this movie enough. I always thought the Maleficent was super cool and the dragon was fucking awesome.
Badass character
Yeah.
ever created.
Sleeping Beauty must be saved by a prince. She's pretty much helpless the whole time,
Well, I mean, yeah.
unconscious and in a death-like sleep until the prince fights off the villain and comes to her rescue.
It's just a story. That's the story. Without that, there'll be no story. Like, what do you want? What do you expect?
Like, would you have a problem if the roles were reversed?
What about Maleficent? She's a very active female character.
Also, yet again, this is a really ancient story.
Oh yeah, this is like from the 1400s or some shit.
Yeah, I bet you if Maleficent was a male, she would tack on, like, there are no powerful females in this entire
She's the
thing.
most powerful female in the fucking universe. She's Maleficent. Come on.
Yeah, I don't think the fact that Sleeping Beauty is female has to do with that she's, like, put to sleep or vulnerable. I think the fact... Like,
Because
it just had nothing.
It's
nothing
just
to do with it.
it's the story. Like what? She was put under an evil magic spell by a horrible bitch.
I don't even know what to say about that. Like, I wanted to back it up, but, like, I don't...
She's basically saying, "I wish the story of Cinderella was different." Or not Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty. Sleeping Beauty was different.
Oh yeah, that'd be kind of funny. Sleeping Beauty has...
How's she gonna
like,
say,
okay, like a male protagonist and a male fucking like rescuee. Like the princess was a male instead.
Oh my god, they'd eat that up. These people would love that.
Oh my god. You know what? No fucking like Disney is somehow you're listening because you probably are because they're using your content a little bit, even though it's in fair use.
I have some guy whose job it is to track down meticulously every single person.
You need to put in make a fucking like gay Sleeping Beauty. Like, just fucking do it. God damn, you'll sell out because all these SJWs who are on a hissy fit about everything will just see it, even though it's not like it wouldn't even be a new story. You wouldn't have to change anything; just change the fucking characters.
Makes no sense in the story, but yeah, they love it.
People have also argued that the kiss that saves her wasn't consensual. In the original,
no, it wasn't.
Fairy tale from the Middle Ages. It's an archetype. It's a very, very powerful traditional symbol. I mean. What more? What do you want? It's the story.
I don't even want to watch the rest of this. It's all going to be stupid.
What do these people expect? Like, if a woman was kidnapped by,
what is their problem with the Little Mermaid?
If a woman was kidnapped by, like, a Mexican cartel and the police tried to rescue her, would they be like, oh my god, look at these oppressive males trying to save a helpless female? Like, they're supposed to just expect her to save herself? Really? Would they say that to an actual kidnapping victim?
Probably.
Why didn't you save yourself, huh?
I'm trying to fathom...
men to come do it?
Why do they have a problem with fucking... Ariel? I need to see this.
Mermaid, Ariel gives up her beautiful voice just to be able to go find a man, and she gets the guy without even speaking to him.
Yeah, she's willing to do anything to fucking pursue her heart's desire.
Yeah, and plus she's able to relate to him despite the fact that she can't talk. So obviously she's that charming.
Yeah.
She can do that. And he falls in love with her despite that fact. So...
I mean, if you want to have the obvious, like, we want to have the assumption that the voice has anything to do with being undesirable at all, that's your fucking outlook on it. I've watched this movie since I was a kid, and I never once thought that at all.
This analysis is so shallow and superficial. Like, they're not really watching these movies for what they are. They're just, you can tell it's so obvious. They're just putting their political agenda onto it and just trying to find whatever fits their narrative.
Well, we would never do that, right, Dalton?
I'm sure we would never.
Basically, Eric falls for her just for her looks, which is sending a screwed up message to young girls.
No! You fucking idiot! That's not the story! There's so many, like, the things she was doing with her hair with the fork, that was very charming. That's like an example of the kinds of things she did that made her unique, that made the prince appreciate her.
You know what she's saying? You know what she's saying? A mute person has nothing but their looks to rely upon.
Why the anti-mutist? Yeah, this is very bigoted
fuck?
here.
Wow, what a piece of shit.
I'm not even kidding, this really is bigoted.
Wow, I'm not gonna watch the rest of this just because they're a bigoted piece of shit.
Voice-centric.
Fuck you. Wow. God damn. Get the fuck out of here.
Voice privilege.
Yeah. Oh, you're just voice privileged. There's a privilege for everything, I guess. So unless you're dead, unless you literally don't exist, you have a privilege.
Anything under the sun could conceivably.
You're alive. That's living privilege.
In some scenario, like. You have to be a certain height in order to go join the ceremonial guard in Washington, where the people stand around in their dress uniforms and like stand around at funerals and just look pretty and carry coffins. You have to be 6 foot in order to join it.
Oh no!
I mean, yeah, that's height privilege, literally.
Okay.
You see me bitching about it.
The next subject is a picture of this dude in a suit with a megaphone yelling into it at a worker who's
the patriarchy right here
at the edge of a desk, like he's right next to her. So we use this picture to talk about basically incompetent leadership.
Yes, I'm sure almost
don't name specific names, Dalton.
I would never do that.
Yes, but a certain person we work under is just driving us insane.
If you're from the South, you'll know what I mean when I say bless his heart. As in, fucking he's horrible.
Okay, this guy right here has been, actually not even practically, literally begging for help to get out of the Navy because he's been done. Like, that's just, like, he's done his time. It's time for him to leave. And at every fucking turn and every interval, this certain boss is just... tried to make it as hard as fucking possible for no reason.
Yeah, like taking forever to write up a separation eval, which should take like 5 minutes, honestly. And the Thursday, not even this last Thursday, the Thursday before that, they said they needed it ASAP, and I didn't get it from him until the next Tuesday.
Wow. And then
what the fuck? Why?
And then this person constantly, I hear. Okay, we recently acquired new personnel from another part of the ship onto our part. I've heard from them. I've heard from everyone working personally in our part of the ship that they just can't fucking stand him.
You can't communicate with him. He's impossible to talk to. Like, I just get more confused after a conversation with him. Like, what's going on? What? I mean, maybe some of it is a language barrier, but I talk to other people from his country just fine. I think it's just him.
I don't know what it is about leadership like this, but I feel like they feel they're correct no matter what.
Yeah.
And if anyone else says anything that has to go against whatever they think is correct, it's just automatically wrong, which is a horrible way to fucking run anything.
Trial.
That assumes that they're omniscient. That they're literally all powerful and can do no wrong. Like they're literally giving themselves godlike attributes.
Trial.
By the way, Dalton says attributes. Very weird.
Attributes? Oh. Yeah, I don't know.
Trial.
You've only heard that word in books,
Yeah,
haven't
I've
you?
only
Oh
ever
my
read it.
god, yeah, it's attributes.
I've always said attributes.
I know, you said it multiple times and I haven't corrected you. Oh, there you go.
I'm pretty sure if you didn't point that out, then somebody in the comment section would. I mean, not that we have a comment section, but maybe we will someday.
But, like, okay, every time this individual talks,
Trial.
I just lose all motivation for that
Yeah,
day.
I feel like you said, like my brain is just leaking out of my ears.
Yes.
He rambles on and on and on. He would be a great senator, for a filibuster, because he can just talk about absolutely nothing. Take the most simple concept and just stretch it out
Trial.
beyond imagination. I don't know how he does it.
I feel like a lot of times this particular
Trial.
person doesn't want to go home, and he's either doesn't like his kids or has a fight with his wife or something like
You
that.
wouldn't even think he has a family from knowing him. I mean, he's mentioned it maybe like
Right?
once.
Trial.
Yes. He just fucking, because just the way he does business is he wants to
Trial.
stay. Like, he doesn't want to leave work.
I guess he's like paranoid about something going wrong and him being blamed for it, so he just wants to make sure that absolutely everything is in
Trial.
order.
Well, the funny part is it might be in order if he actually fucking listened to his workers who were trying to tell him
Trial.
what's going on.
I mean, he's not like out and out an asshole. Like he's usually
I know.
nice.
Trial.
He's just really, really hard to deal with.
I feel like he's an asshole through just
yeah.
incompetence, really.
Trial.
Oh, what, like,
Big-headedness.
can we get down to the base of what causes incompetence like this? Like, just thinking you have perfect authority and everything you say is correct.
He just strikes me as the kind of person that
Trial.
has no idea what's going on, but thinks he does.
No, like, how do you arrive at that conclusion, though?
Trial.
It baffles me.
I mean, I guess having anchors on your uniform goes a lot towards creating that attitude.
So, maybe it's people who get promoted who
Trial.
don't deserve to be promoted that leads to this type of,
Yeah.
leader.
Well, I mean,
Trial.
chiefs have to be selected, though, by other chiefs, so he must have impressed someone. But, yeah, to a certain point in the Navy, you can get promoted just by taking a test, just by memorization.
Yeah.
Then
Trial.
other people have to, like, follow your orders as if... I mean, you can have all the rate knowledge in the world. That's our job in the Navy, by the way, rate. You can have all the job knowledge in the world and still be a terrible leader.
Trial.
Like, that doesn't say anything about your interpersonal skills or how you relate with other human beings.
Yeah, the whole promotion system is pretty messed up because it doesn't take into account your actual
Trial.
productivity. But
Yeah.
the problem is how do you measure productivity?
Trial.
I mean, I guess you could interview the people that work with the person or something. I mean, I don't know. This is what the bright minds in the Navy, in big Navy, get paid to think of.
Trial.
I feel like this is a problem that riddles almost every company that has an infrastructure set up that
Pretty
way.
much any large organization is
Trial.
always going to be problems with how to make sure that only competent people are ever... I mean, maybe it's an impossible standard. Maybe we'll never have a system where, like, we always guarantee that only the most
Trial.
competent people get promoted to leadership. Maybe it's a pipe dream.
All I know is that it drives me insane.
Yeah. Because
Trial.
we have to live under this man's tyranny, his absolute authority.
I could just rant about it, but a lot of you maybe can't relate, don't know it specifically.
Most people
Trial.
have a job of some sort, so they probably had a similar situation, even in the civilian world.
A lot of the times when this individual talks to me, I just I tune it out.
Trial.
I just like shake my head like yes, 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 I'm listening. And then the second I step outside of my office, I just do what I was going to do anyway, regardless of the instructions given to me.
I mean,
Trial.
that's what I do. He's blatantly told me to do things that I haven't done, and then nothing happens. Like, he even finds out about it, and then just doesn't go through with anything.
Trial.
Yeah. The first time I had to deal with this individual, it was just I just had to get this Liberty chit approved so I could go like lead the ship.
Oh God.
Yeah. Lead the ship and enjoy my liberty. But instead of just going like, okay, you're going here, and this is what you're doing, alright, sign off. Instead of just doing that, he had to say, hold on, wait a minute, and then check several emails to verify I was who I was and that everything was going on. And basically taking a 5-minute process and turning it into a 45-minute fucking process.
I hate it when they fucking do that. That's the worst thing in the world. Like, you really think? Does he really think you're gonna get in trouble? Have you ever gotten in trouble before? He should trust you and know that okay, Fournier put this down. He's a good guy. He's gonna be fine. Okay, I'll just sign off on it. Like, what's wrong with that? That's good leadership. That's knowing your people.
I really can't. I really can't fathom it, understand it. And he's taking a division that was doing really well, like scoring really high, and flushing it right down the tubes with poor leadership.
I don't know if he's that.
No, he really is. If we look at the scores, I'm serious because we were doing relatively well before that. And part of the reason is not because the staff is any worse, but like random policies like we're gonna work late every day for no reason, no matter what.
We're gonna count every single item we issue now, which could take hours, especially because we can issue like one bag of spoons, right? And then there's like 300 other spoons, and now he expects us to count it every single time. We have to count what's left.
Yeah,
which is completely unrealistic and ridiculous. Because I mean, we have so much stuff to issue on a daily basis, so many tickets.
Or for example, I was working my job, doing what I wanted. I had a podcast in my ear. I just have it in there, and I'm listening to it, and it's making me laugh my ass off because it's funny as fuck. And then I hear him like come over, like, Fournier, what are you doing? Like basically question what I'm doing because I'm enjoying myself. And I said, oh, just listen to podcasts. And then after that, he just said, okay, we're staying until 17. Like right after that. Basically, and 17 is late for us.
Wow.
Immediately after he saw that I was enjoying myself, enjoying what I was doing, he punished everyone.
Are you supposed to look dour and down when you're working?
Yeah, I'm supposed to be super serious all the time.
About this really simple task you're doing, this boring-ass, long, simple task.
And a good leader would take the time to actually know who's working for them, and he should know that if I'm happy, my productivity goes up tenfold. It's fucking amazing. But, you know...
Granted, I think our productivity does go down when we start talking.
Oh no, definitely when we're talking, but this is different. It was in my ear.
I'm saying if we were like having a conversation and like sort of half-heartedly working,
some of the shit I can agree with,
then I wouldn't have a problem. But just listening to a podcast by yourself and laughing at it.
Yeah, the fact that I dared to be happy. Shit like that. Okay.
Secured in this area.
I just want to tell any bosses out there that if you have salary employees and you tell them that no matter what, they're going to be released late, it's going to put productivity way down, because I realize no matter what effort I put in, I'm going to be going home and doing what I really want to do at the same time.
Yeah. If I had a philosophy of working, I'd say you have a certain amount of tasks to accomplish in a single day. You do those tasks, you do them well, and you...
Exactly. Give me a task. Tell me as soon as that task is done, I can go home, and I'll be the best fucking employee you ever goddamn had.
You should go over their work to make sure it's done well.
Definitely.
But if it is done well, you should just be like, okay, you can go. Shouldn't be like this arbitrary time we have to stay until...
Yep. We're starting out this time because that's the time. That is an absolutely dumb way to run things, and if you do it that way, you're probably stupid.
I've heard this observation made many times. But
oh yeah, but who would listen to that? Well, what do the people who do the actual work know? They don't fucking know anything, right? Even though they're doing everything.
No.
Yeah, no, fuck it.
Paid to let stuff out. And it's not oh my God.
Mississippi governor would rather die on the cross than repeal anti-LGBT.
The only reason we're talking about this isn't just some random guy. This is a man. Is a governor of a state and has has power over millions of people. He's spouting these extreme bigoted views like this.
By the way, everyone, if you could see the video feed, I almost killed my roommate by leaving an obstacle in his way.
Wow.
Oh man. All right. But going on. Okay, governor of Mississippi is saying some stupid shit. Someone who actually has power.
Well,
I hate these people that come up with these theoretical situations where like, oh yeah, I'd fucking die. Like they're these badasses in their own imagination. Like how can you say that if you've never been in a situation like that? How can you possibly say what you would do? I bet he wouldn't die on the cross. I bet he would plead for his fucking life like a coward. No, I don't have proof for that, but just saying like.
I like to think that I have some semblance of empathy, you know, like I really do. But whenever I try to empathy into the mind of a person like this, it literally won't work. I don't understand how he could care about what other people are doing so fervently.
That you would fucking sacrifice your life. Sacrifice your life to literally just be an asshole.
Oh my god, these people are doing something that has nothing to do with me. Fuck! I'm gonna kill myself. Like, what?
I mean, he thinks that he's the victim. Well, he's the one who passed a law that makes it legal to discriminate against him. You're not the victim.
Yeah,
you are the asshole.
Before this happened, I'm sure it didn't change his life whatsoever. Does it?
Trial.
Gay marriage? No.
Yeah, how does it change anyone's life?
The fact that you can't fire a person just because they're gay, that makes him mad.
Oh, whatever. I defended someone even the other day that said, oh, I don't support gay marriage. Hold on. I was burping, but like I think their opinion is very stupid, but I also think they have every right to not support gay marriage. I'm like, okay, that's great.
It doesn't need your support.
Yeah, it doesn't need your support. That's okay. You don't support it, well, that's fine.
I don't support you marrying and ever procreating. So, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. But as far as putting actual laws in place to harm other people to do what they want to do, that's fucked up.
That's crossing a very solid line in the sand to the point where I think this guy's horrible. I mean, he should be indicted, or not indicted, fired. He should be fired from his job for this. You should not be allowed to be an open bigot and also be in power in a democracy.
I wonder how gay this man is. I bet
he's in the closet. I mean, look at that tie.
A lot of people who talk about homosexuality being wrong all the time have like these weird invasive thoughts. I'm guessing invasive thoughts.
Yeah, they're like, oh no, everybody has these thoughts. You just got to fight against them. Like, no, dude, not everyone has those thoughts. That's you. You're gay.
That's why he has such a strong opinion on them. Most people wouldn't have much of an opinion on it because it's not a thought that comes across their brain all the time.
There's like, oh, gay people get married. Okay, whatever. Sounds.
Yeah, maybe think about it like once a month or something like that when they read an article about it. Otherwise, it's like doesn't cross the fucking mind. Like, just saying.
If you're so adamantly opposed to it, you would fucking die on a cross. Just stop.
You probably think about it all the time. You probably think about gay sex, like two men with two dicks, like fucking sword fighting.
He's literally upset that gay people have to be treated like people. Like, he thinks you should be able to just fire them just for who they are. Like, what? I don't get it. I don't understand these people.
I don't say this all the time, but if I could get into whatever office he was after closing time and I could take a giant shit on his desk, I would do that.
I definitely would.
He deserves it. Nice, fresh, stinky one. Alright. Time for a new segment. I wanted to put this segment in because I made a Facebook post to ask people if they really understood what logical fallacies are. And like some people do, but I feel like a majority of people don't. And I really I really hope that at least I could teach a couple people what a logical fallacy is.
Yeah. I mean, people know what the concept of a logical fallacy is, but they don't know the specific fallacies that they probably fall into themselves. I mean, I know I fell into a lot of logical fallacies. I probably still do in some circumstances.
Yep. But before I educated myself on this, I realized I was making a lot of really dumb arguments that had no basis in logic at all.
Yeah.
And I feel this should be a common curriculum in the United States educational system.
Kids shouldn't just be taught what to think. They shouldn't be taught just the bare, dry facts. They should also be taught how to think.
Definitely.
That's why so many people question science so much. That's why so many people trust religion more than science. Because they aren't taught... They're taught the scientific method, but they're not taught the logical basis of it. They're not taught why it works. They're not taught like why science has been so successful in uncovering the secrets of the universe.
Well, today we wanted to talk about false attribution. Am I saying that right? I haven't said that word a lot. Attribution.
Yeah, probably. I can't see it being a
False
pronunciation.
attribution. Okay, we're gonna actually Google this.
Oh, you're right. Come on.
I'm gonna teach everyone a little trick. You can
About
have Google
learn
talk.
shit.
Yeah, you can have
Learn
Google
you,
talk
boy.
to you. Oh, you have to put in definition. Yeah, there you go.
Is
And
it
you can have
racist-
Google
Is
talk
it
to you.
racist to call a black person boy in any context whatsoever?
Probably.
Trial.
Or maybe like, hey boy, what's up? But maybe if you're gay. Wow, it doesn't have the pronunciation.
Silly. Pronunciation.
Attribution.
Pronunciation.
What?
Let's
Where?
look at the origins of the word. Go down.
Trial.
From Middle English, attribution. From Latin, attributio.
Yeah, attribution. Okay. Alright,
Wow.
false attribution. An advocate appeals to an irrelevant, unqualified, unidentified, biased, or
Wow.
fabricated source in support of an argument. Now, I'm sorry if this offends you if you're Christian.
Trial.
Not really, but when people try to justify anything in the Bible by saying the Bible is God's word.
Yeah, the Bible is right
Wow.
because the Bible says that it's right.
Okay, that falls into another logical fallacy. There is it's like a feedback loop
Yeah,
logical
it's
fallacy.
circular logic.
Yeah, but basically,
Trial.
whenever like you have to check your sources of when you're backing up any argument that you have, because if your source is a complete
Trial.
like sack of dog shit, then it's probably not true. Like if you know a fact and you say, "Well, my friend
Trial.
Jimmy Bob said so," like who the fuck is Jimmy Bob?
This political opinion website that I
Trial.
already agree with
Yes.
says this. It must
Yes.
be true.
That's a okay. A lot of people will try to be like, this website said so or this person said so. That's appeal to authority. Just because someone is popular doesn't mean that they're right.
Trial.
So-
Now, I mean, they might have their arguments might be backed up. It might be sourced, but I don't know. Sometimes the way people interpret facts is their problem. Like sometimes they'll get the facts right, but the way they
Trial.
interpret it is completely different from the way someone else interprets it.
For example,
For instance, the whole gun debate thing.
Mhm.
The way they interpret it is, oh, if someone there had a gun, they could have stopped the
Trial.
shooter. My interpretation is, why the
What
fuck
if
would
no
you
one
want to
had
make
a
it illegal to
gun?
have guns at a fucking bar? That's the worst idea I've ever heard in my life, you fucking moron.
yeah.
Don't get me started on
Every
guns.
time I hear that, it's like, why would everyone in the club be packing? They're going there to
Trial.
fucking dance and try to hook up with
You
people.
shouldn't have to be so paranoid that you think you can just die at any time.
Trial.
I mean, I guess you can, but like, is that really what you want to be thinking of? You really want to live your entire life like that?
Oh, look, false authority is right next to false attribution. Okay, false authority, single authority. Using an expert of dubious credentials or using only one opinion to sell a product
Wow.
or
That's like-
idea.
that's like-
Related to the appeal of authority fallacy.
That's what creationists do. They'll talk about, okay, this one guy has a doctorate, and he agrees with me, so, I mean, are you really going to argue against a doctorate? Of course, if you bring up the fact that thousands of people who have doctorates agree with me, then they're like, oh, well, that's just mainstream science. You know, they're in on this vague conspiracy that's going around.
I just want to say that we are touching on literally like the surface of the
Wow.
iceberg, like the little
Yeah.
tip of the iceberg poking out of the ocean
Bullshit.
of fallacies. And I really, if you listen to this, I fucking implore that you go and look up
Wow.
logical fallacies and educate yourself on them. And we're gonna keep at least attempting. I'm not saying that we are. At least attempting to educate people on logical fallacies because it's super important and it will change your whole worldview because you'll realize that
Wow.
what you're saying doesn't have logic behind it. If it doesn't have logic behind it, it's probably not right.
Trial.
Or it might be right, but for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
I mean, if you're right, you might as well know why you're right, and then you can better argue for your own position and probably
Yep.
better
Wow.
convince other people.
And a classic one that it seems many people do is when you think you're right because you're right.
Because
You're
Wow.
probably not right. Yeah, you're probably not right. And if you have an opinion, please be open and listen to other people, and please be open, especially
Wow.
to realize when you're wrong.
I know it's hard sometimes.
You just gotta accept it because that's the only way you can evolve your world stance and actually be correct is realizing when you're wrong.
I myself struggle with this because there are so many people who just spout the same shit I've heard over and over and over again.
Well, supposedly same shit. He just assumes that.
No, it's the same argument over and over.
He does it. He does it all the time. No, he's committing a fallacy as well. Every time he debates with a lot of people online, if it's a opinion against his, he assumes that it's the same opinion regurgitated. Now, if it's the same opinion regurgitated, that's fine. But 99,
I know it's the same opinion. Like,
yeah, you automatically
I know it's not an original observation when literally 100 people say, like, the only way to stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. I know that quote comes directly from the NRA, and it gets circled around.
If you read the whole quote and it's the same opinion, that's fine. But if you, before you even read it, assume it's the same quote, that is very dangerous.
Sometimes you can... I mean, I'm not saying this
so
is the
you
right
are
way to do
assuming.
it. No, you can tell so much about a person's worldview, and like sometimes I began this by criticizing myself. I'm saying I need to learn to engage with these people better to communicate with them.
Because I have had an experience with someone who said, "We'll never agree. Why even argue?" And I told them, "I don't believe that for a second. I argue to get a new standpoint. I think we could help each other." And they said, "Wow." Well, essentially, they didn't say literally this, but verbatim, they said, "Wow, good. All right, I'll keep that in mind." And then ever since then, we've been working with each other to come to a mutual agreement, and we have completely different worldviews.
Yeah, I think it makes a good intellectual exercise. It's an exercise of your brain to argue with people that completely and utterly disagree with you. Like, if you're right, maybe it'll make you realize why you're right, or it might put holes in your worldview. I mean, nobody's going to change their mind from one argument, ever. But many arguments, over time, can actually gradually, I mean...
Especially if you're respectful. Remember, be respectful. Like, it might be some objective perspective from mine, but I fucking realize if you're respectful... Well, not all the time, but if you're respectful for most of your arguments, people respect that.
Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's very hard.
If their opinion is completely fucking, like...
batshit insane.
Wrong, like 100% wrong, then don't be respectful at all.
Like,
but everything else, be respectful.
Muslims need to go. They just need to go.
Yep.
Right? Like, I've encountered so many
Kill
people
all
with
black
opinions
people,
like
you need
that.
to be adamant and angry about that, and not be respectful at all. But Muslims, like, I don't like Muslims, they should go away. That you can kind of be respectful for because they're iffy on it. They're not 100%.
So stupid. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Just, it's so simplistic. Like, are you a fucking child? What the fuck is wrong with you? God.
Yeah, and try not to insult. Oh my god. Instantly, people will automatically not listen to you if there's an insult in there. But that's just my personal observation.
Don't use arguments as a way to vent your own anger and make yourself feel better, because that's not really engaging with another person. That's mental masturbation.
Let's go to the next subject. I don't even know what it is. Alright, I don't even know what this says. It's a Trump supporter. I want to see it. Let's go.
We've got some questions for you.
I'm open to their argument.
You've done great things in your life, and I just wonder, how do I, as an average person, begin?
What has Trump done in his life that's
First
great?
of all, never think of yourself as average.
What has he done?
You started off with the wrong question. Because
what is this music in the background?
I just want to know, what has Trump done in his life that's great? I mean, he's a billionaire playboy. He's started many business ventures that failed. He's...
Money equals greatness. At least in our society.
Being rich and famous is not great in and of itself.
Well, that's a lot of people's ultimate goals, so I don't know what to say.
They want the aggrandizement of their own ego. That's their ultimate goal in life.
Yeah, well, pretty much.
I mean, Donald Trump is like the consummate egomaniac. He's like an egomaniac's egomaniac. That's what he is. That's his
you're
profession.
not average. You've got a lot going. I see you're smart. I see you're very beautiful.
What we were able to...
Okay, so he talked someone up, so he's awesome.
So Donald Trump said some nice things one time. I mean, I don't think he's a complete monster. Like, he's not a sociopathic asshole 100% of the time, always.
All right. Can we talk about this haircut for a second? So the video watchers, you can see obviously what's wrong with it. To the audio listeners, like, okay, he looks like he's got, like, his bangs are a bowl cut, and then he has, like, dramatic sideburns right after that.
It's so unnatural to look at.
I don't know what you're thinking, Mr. Dude Guy, with this haircut, but it's wrong, and you need to change it.
Mr. Black Man.
See, I didn't even say that. That's what you think. You're a fucking racist piece of shit. All right, let's
allow people to see his heart for themselves and to make up their own minds about him. And
what is this music? Stop the music! Is that Trump in the background?
Yeah.
He looks like a fucking goblin. Like,
you know what's funny is how hard they have to convince people that Donald Trump is a decent human being. Like, they really have to pitch that hard. God.
They find out that he's not the person that the...
Trump's rise, America's last hope? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm pausing this video. We're jumping to the next. It says Trump's rise, America's last hope. I need to see this. Oh my God.
I'm officially running
for
President of the United States.
I never thought he'd make it this far. He has impressed me in that regard. But then again, I think I underestimated America's stupidity.
And we are going to make our country great again.
So, Jenny,
whatever
could
that
he actually
means.
win?
No freaking way!
Okay, who cares what these random people think?
Just because he's the top candidate, like, that doesn't mean he's going to win. We still don't know that. You can't do this whole told you so thing until he's actually president. Then you can.
Yeah.
As a country, and Republicans need a serious candidate. Donald Trump is not a serious.
Did you see that quote? Hold on, go back.
What?
Trump vows to take on ISIS. China says, I'm really rich. No. Trump vows to take on ISIS. China says, I'm really rich. That's
there's also a sign, like this person's holding up a sign and it falls for visual watchers. Look at it. Oh, it fell! Ha, you piece of shit. Alright, continue on this. I need to go take a bathroom break. That's what I'm going to do.
I just want to say this.
You know how to operate this fancy device, right?
You mean by clicking?
Yeah, Dalton's kind of technologically incompetent a little bit sometimes.
Why no work? I'm really rich. This is your man, America. This is what we've come to. Using the fact that he's rich as a bragging point for why he should be president. How does that... So what? I don't get it. Trump sucks, but that's not exactly an original observation. And at Trump. 1 and 2 pieces. Oh yeah, it's interesting that Donald Trump wants to take on ISIS, but he also wants to withdraw us from the Middle East quagmire at the same time, and almost never gets called out on how those two goals are contradictory. It's just... It's just really weird. He says so many different things on different days. It's impossible to know who the real Trump is or what he really believes. He's much like Hillary Clinton in that way. Oh, hello, my esteemed co-host.
Co-host? I am the host. How dare you. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. This is equal part. Oh my God, I saw his feelings get hurt. His eyes went all watery and like puppy dog like, and he was you could hear dramatic music in the background, like.
I hate dramatic piano music. Like, it's so sad being over the top. Whenever they use dramatic piano,
it looks so sad.
I immediately turn off.
Did you switch videos?
No.
Oh, you just went on a rant.
I was just commenting how fucking stupid this is. This is Donald Trump in a nutshell. I'm really rich. Vote for me.
Yeah, fuck this. I don't want to do this anymore. I can't do this to myself or you anymore.
We can't talk about Trump now.
Nope.
I mean,
what is this? Ooh.
I do like to see Hillary Clinton.
Oh wait, audio listeners.
Not
Bernie
literally.
Sanders supporter slays pro-Hillary pundit on CNN.
I don't understand the random capitalization.
You know, sometimes you slay, sometimes you don't.
Sometimes you slay.
Sanders says he's in the Democratic race for president until the last vote
Susan
is
Sarandon.
cast, but with just one win compared to Hillary Clinton's 4 in last night's primary, Sanders' case to be the Democratic nominee just got a little more difficult.
Okay, we know this. Okay.
Boring. Oh God, I hate her voice.
Okay, listen to slaying.
Welcome to both of you.
Welcome.
I want to start with you. It's virtually impossible for Senator Sanders to win the nomination.
Okay,
so why
okay,
is it
talk.
Bernie or bust for you?
Why are you so slow?
You know, a lot of people, they perceive the Bernie or bust movement as being something that's almost like a temper tantrum for people who support.
Okay, where is she getting these facts from? Who are a lot of people?
I mean, I've heard people say something basically along those lines on social media. I mean, it's okay to address vague points that people have been making that are out there in the zeitgeist.
Yeah, but a lot of people, she should have said some. It's not like a majority opinion that's like just fucking out there in front of your face.
You mean SAW and nitpick language? Huh?
Yes.
Huh? That's what you're doing right now.
Yes.
Bernie. And I think it's...
You would say the same thing if it was on an opposing view. I'm just saying. Even though... Okay,
I'm actually defending her technique. I think it's okay.
Okay, fine, whatever.
Understand that Bernie or bust is really a representation of how we feel about Hillary Clinton. We don't like Hillary Clinton.
Yeah!
I agree. Anyone who says I don't like Hillary Clinton is okay by me.
Yeah, Hillary Clinton is pretty much the devil.
I mean, even if I totally disagree with them about everything else they believe, in that one moment in time, we are united.
And we can't support her.
So, Yanni, under no circumstances would you vote for Hillary Clinton?
Okay, if my choice was between an interstellar space lord who wanted to enslave humanity and sell them to an alien species, or Hillary Clinton, I might vote for Hillary Clinton. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, some people are trying to say that Donald Trump is that kind of a threat, and we absolutely have to vote for anyone but Trump. But I don't know. I'll probably vote Green Party, honestly.
What's Green Party? Like Weed Party?
No, basically, I think the original platform was being pro-environment. But they basically have all the views of Bernie Sanders. I mean, at least they care about the human condition on some level. I don't believe that Hillary Clinton does.
She's not human.
She would let the world burn. She doesn't care.
Hell yeah, as long as she gets paid.
She doesn't. She's just a reptilian.
So convince Yanni she's wrong.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry to hear that, and I do think there are a lot of people.
I'm sorry to hear that. Why do you even have to like open with that? Just state your fucking opinion.
If Hillary Clinton is going to be the Democratic nominee, why is it that so many Democrats hate her fucking guts? Like, that's a big problem. Why does your own base hate you?
Yeah, it seems really fishy that so many people dislike this person, yet somehow they're #1.
Yeah, Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump are fucking hated, despised. Like, no, the polls prove it. Like, I
see a lot of people liking Trump though. So that I understand because I've seen that. I've seen like 2, 3 people, like literally out of all the people I know, 2 or 3 people.
I know a very smart,
like Hillary.
intelligent woman, very liberal generally, likes Hillary Clinton, and I don't understand it. There's so many times I could say, but Hillary Clinton isn't even a liberal. Look how she voted here. Look what she said here. Doesn't affect her. I don't get it. I guess she just thinks it's a more pragmatic choice.
And really, the difference between the candidates has always really been in degree and not in kind. Look, there's no question.
In degree and not in kind, they're completely different kinds.
That statement is meaningless. What? What?
And that.
What?
That's not true whatsoever.
Degree of what? What do you? All right, we should let her.
That Sanders brought forward a lot of issues that really tapped into what a lot of people are feeling in this country right now and want to be talking about: income inequality, affordable college. He talked about free college. He talks about affordable college.
Yeah, all that shit that Hillary doesn't care about, like the real issues.
Yeah, she doesn't.
She'll give lip service to.
Does she talk about it all? Has she talked about it?
She has some kind of vague plan to make college more affordable.
No,
but it's
she
not
would
nearly
probably
as far-reaching as Bernie.
She would probably say something like, I think colleges are too expensive and that students need help affording college.
She'd be like, I went to the college board of directors and I said, cut it out, guys.
Yeah.
That's what she said about Wall Street. When she was, like, she went to Wall Street when she was a senator and she was like, cut it out, guys. Stop your risky investing with people's mortgages. Stop it.
I can't take this. I can't listen to this.
And I think she just wants to continue Obamacare. She doesn't want to expand universal health care because she tried it in the 90s, and she just thinks it'll never come about because it's not popular enough, so she's not even going to try. How about You make it popular. You argue for it. You make the case. You be a leader. Fucking lead us. Why would I want to vote for someone who's like, well, it's not popular. I can't do it. Look, that's indicative of who she is.
Yeah.
Trial.
She's the devil.
All
okay,
right.
let's talk about something we actually fucking
Something
like.
uplifting.
God damn, Crash Bandicoot PS4 Remastered Trilogy reaction at E3 2006. We're reacting to people reacting.
Yeah, so
watch this. Yeah.
Early. Interesting.
Whoa, we're gonna rewind to this.
We're gonna be in
this fucking look at this guy. Look at this fucking this fast son of a bitch. This is America right here, just not giving a fuck.
He's
on a smartphone while something very interesting is fucking going on. He's just on his smarphone whatever.
He's probably gonna look up when they actually introduce the games. And this guy has a full-blown laptop.
Yeah.
Taking notes.
Oh, America.
Interesting. They really want those pre-orders up. Oh my.
Oh, what is that music? What is that music, Dalton? Have you heard that before?
God, for better.
Wait. Oh yeah!
Are you paying attention?
Okay, this.
Didn't know or guess, I'm a huge Crash Bandicoot fan.
Yeah, that's Crash Bandicoot music. This guy's walking out, has a Crash Bandicoot shadow behind him.
This is the first video game I ever played.
Trial.
Even before Mario?
I didn't get Mario till I got it on the Game Boy Advance, and like, not Game Boy Advance. I got it on the Game Boy Color.
How old were you when you played your
1999.
first video game?
I got my PlayStation 1 when I was like 7 in 1998.
Trial.
Let's say.
What the fuck? You poor bastard.
You start playing it.
The first time I ever played a video game was like 6
Trial.
or 5. No, like 5. And it was like original Mario.
Yeah, I guess I could have gotten a Super Nintendo. I was around in that era, but I just sort of...
Trial.
I didn't even know video games were like a thing until I was like 7 or 8.
You poor...
I saw other kids playing them. I was like, what?
You poor
What
piece
is this
of shit.
wondrous thing?
I know, right?
Trial.
Are you hearing this?
Oh, yeah, you fucking piece of
Trial.
shit.
Yeah.
You did hear that.
Yeah, that's right.
Got us by the
Are you
nostalgic
hearing
balls,
No
okay?
t-shirt tonight, but
No t-shirt tonight. Are you hearing this, Roberta?
I'm proud to announce.
This guy's commentary is
Yeah,
useless.
I don't like this
Trial.
guy. Whatever. Let's see if the other one says anything.
That we work with our partners
Trial.
at Activision. We're going
See, it's
to
an Activision game.
the original Crash,
Trial.
Crash 2, and Crash
Oh.
4.
Oh, I read an article that kind of pissed me off. Naughty Dog, the people at Naughty Dog, the original developer of Crash Bandicoot, were asked about the possibility of returning to Crash. And they're like, well, we're working on more serious projects with more adult content in it, and I don't know if we could... Like, they're basically saying it's kid stuff. It's too
They're basically
low.
saying that they hate money.
No, why don't you just make it good?
Well.
Make it so that adults will enjoy it.
Yeah,
I
because...
mean,
Alright.
you want it.
I'm
Come
just
on.
saying, Pokemon never took that approach.
No.
Like, the developers of Pokemon, Game Freak never took that approach.
People
And
don't
they're making way more money than
Well.
Naughty Dog could ever fucking dream of making, so...
I mean, I guess
Yeah.
the games they are making are good. Like Uncharted, that's pretty good, but...
Trial.
I mean, give us some goddamn Crash Bandicoot. It's what made you famous. It
Yeah,
made you who you
yeah,
are.
piece of
Go back
shit.
to your
Remastered
roots.
from the ground up for PlayStation 4.
Holy shit!
Trial.
Holy
Crash
shit!
Bandicoot will also appear first, though, on PlayStation 4 this October in
Wow.
Skylanders.
Nobody cares
Fully
about
remastered, dude.
Skylanders.
I don't know
Fuck
anything about
that game.
Skylanders, but nothing I've heard about it makes me feel good about it.
He even seems unsure about it, like the way he announced he's like, hey, here's this awesome shit you want, oh, by the way.
Trial.
Even though he says it's
Oh,
more
yeah,
important, just like the way he says it, like, oh,
like,
by the way, it's Skylanders.
I have to
Why did
promote
that make me,
Skylanders.
yeah, why did it make me push this?
Trial.
Nobody gives a shit about
Have you
fucking
ever met a person
Skylanders.
that played Skylanders?
What the fuck is Skylanders?
fucking
This is the
know.
first time I've heard of it.
Like, Spyro the
Trial.
Dragon is in Skylanders, apparently, but, like, nobody, I don't hear anybody talking about how amazing it is.
Yeah, fuck. Whatever the fuck
I think
that
they
is.
just exploit classic characters. That's all they do.
1, 2, and
they don't
3.
actually use them.
Hey, they're making your favorite
Yeah,
3
no
games
way.
from...
Oh, and more Skylander shit. Whatever. Fuck Skylander shit.
Honestly,
Okay, I want to see if these two people reacting don't like hate Skylanders as much as we do. Let's see.
PS4 though. Completely remastered.
Trial.
Why can't we?
your very own Skylander. That's always what I wanted to do. I've always dreamed of making my very own Skylander.
Okay,
Wow.
the commentator is. This isn't the announcer. This is the commentator on this video. He's talking about remakes right now. He's not saying shit about Skylander because nobody cares.
Yeah.
You realize
Crash
that, right?
We just want Crash. We don't care about Skylanders. We want the character.
Trial.
Oh my
See,
God.
and then they immediately cut it off after that when it's showing the Skylander bullcracks. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares about Skylanders.
Why was the female even in this video? She didn't say anything.
Maybe this is just like one clip from a longer video.
Yeah, probably some stupid Twitch
I
shit.
am disappointed that they're remastering the originals and that's all they're doing because
I don't know.
really want a new Crash Bandicoot game. Crash is one of the best.
I played a little of the first one and I thought it was fun. Like
really
the
hard.
fucking remasters sound so fun to me to be able to like that would be all new content to me.
You know, I kind of outgrew Crash for a while because I started to get into like
Never beat the
different
first
kind
one.
of video games. I think I did. It was a long time ago.
Mm.
Or at least I got like to like the last levels. I don't know if I actually beat it completely.
Trial.
But I just thought it was limited because I played like games like Pokemon or like Banjo-Kazooie that have like an overworld that you can explore, and I didn't like the linear format of Crash Bandicoot. I thought it was too constricting. But now that I look back, that's really good. That's what made it great. It's like a series of obstacle courses you have to complete, and it requires skill. And the characters are appealing, the art is charming, the music is perfect. I mean, it's just the perfect platforming game.
I mean, I want to say perfect.
How can you not like this guy? Look at him.
Definitely fun.
He's looking like, yeah, you know you want me.
Okay. Next subject. Okay, we went from totally awesome to totally shitty. You want to read your own post in your own voice?
Let's talk about the Islam post, because...
Which Islam post?
It's my latest post.
Latest?
Yeah.
Okay, Dalton wants to pimp his own Facebook here. Alright, there you go.
Alright, guys, let's talk about Islam and how much it sucks. Because I know you've never heard anyone bash Islam before. Like, that never happened.
Hold on. Let's look at Dalton dancing for a second. Yeah. There he is.
This is what we do in Main Issue, alright? This is how we party.
Yeah, that's how he dances.
I was listening to Safety Dance by Men Without Hats.
And he was dancing.
In case you want to know.
Okay.
Alright. 50 million Muslims start peace campaign and openly denounce ISIS. Now, the people who want to ban all Muslims or go after all Muslims for terrorist attacks, you're completely ignoring these 50 million Muslims who don't support that. I mean, 50 million people is a lot of fucking people. You can't just say, oh, well, they're a small minority. Now, my point was, I mean, it's good that they're trying to reform Islam into a more tolerant, open-minded, modern religion, but there are always going to be extremists in Islam because of the Quran and the Hadith and the violent rhetoric contained in those books. As long as you hold up a book that says it's okay to kill unbelievers and stone gays, some people are going to do that.
Doesn't the Bible say that?
I don't think the Bible's any better. But I'm talking about Islam now. Because a lot of people will be like, oh, you talk shit on Christianity, but you won't say nothing about Islam.
I'm only saying that because the Bible says to stone the gays, but it's not really happening by Christians, then what does that say?
Well, I mean, we have homosexuality still being legally constrained, like in Mississippi. I mean, there's plenty of Christian anti-gay hate, plenty of any gay hate crimes.
I'm saying that Islam or the Quran is only part of the problem, and the other half of the problem is the societal standards.
Yeah, because they take it too seriously. As long as you're going to have a book with violent rhetoric like that held up as the most righteous truth in the world that could possibly be, the most enlightened word of God, some people are going to take it seriously. You're always going to have extremists. This problem is inherent within the religion itself.
I don't know enough about the actual religion to comment on that.
I just think no matter how many peaceful, tolerant, modern, forward-looking Muslims you have, there's always going to be that backwards contingent. And they can... Okay, why is it so easy to justify violence using Islam? Why is it that easy? If it's the best thing in the world, if their God's so benevolent and so great, why is it so easy to justify violence with it?
I think religion in general is too easy of a reason to justify violence.
Okay, I think I said it better in this post when I actually had time to... So... Maybe this is the first step to a reformed version of Islam becoming dominant over the ultra-conservative interpretation. Maybe the atrocities carried out by theocratic extremists and theocratic states is so brutal and indefensible that it's finally waking average Muslims up. The fact that the religion sucks. Even so, reinterpreting Islam for the modern world can only go so far. I don't advocate for discrimination against Muslims in any way, we have to be honest that Islam has a problem with violence, and that problem comes from the holy texts themselves. As long as a book that advocates violence against non-believers, gays, apostates, and women is held up by an entire society as the most moral, holy, and righteous truth, you're going to see a lot of violence carried out in its name. Some people are actually going to take it seriously. Imagine that. Islamic God damn it.
What did you do? No.
Alex, shit.
I tried to... this is why you're a noob. He just... Everything he touches technologically fucking just destroyed. What? Why would you do that, Dalton? Dalton cockblocked his own fucking post.
Just go back to my page.
No,
it's, like
it's not happening. I need to punish you for being technologically retarded. What is the rest of it? Yeah?
I want to read it.
No?
Because I'm more eloquent when I can write something.
Oh my god.
Off the top of my head.
Then stop being technologically retarded. I'm just saying.
It was an accident.
Duh, because you're technologically retarded. Alright, continue. Continue reading. Go ahead.
Alright, Islamic apologists will claim the extremists are misinterpreting Islam. If Islam is so good, why is it so damn easy to misinterpret? If you want to look to the Quran and Hadith to justify violence, you don't have to look very hard. Just look up violent passages in the Quran. There's tons of them. Why wouldn't it be if Allah is merciful and benevolent? It's almost as if it was made up by a bunch of warlike assholes in the Middle Ages. Almost as if that were the case. They just need to shake themselves free of this ideology that's just consuming their minds and driving them into mental prison.
I don't understand the point of it. What's the point of going your life being ruled by something like this? I can't relate to it at all.
I don't get it. Because they think that God's going to punish them with hellfire. I mean, the Christian Bible kind of talks about hell a little bit. It's kind of... The moment you open up the Quran, it's just hell, hellfire, punishment, wrath, smite. Constantly.
Really? Neat.
They're just fucking terrified. They're a bunch of cowardly pussies terrified of all.
Hold on, I'm not sure if it's picking up your mic, actually. Did you mute yourself? Dalton? Yes, you did. Click that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Dalton muted himself, being the technological retard that he is, like I was just ranting about. And so this whole segment, who knows how much of it picked up.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Oh my god. God bless you, Dalton. God bless you. What is this?
Might have been the whole podcast. I think I thought the blinking thing was the
okay.
one.
No, it's not the whole podcast. I was looking at our levels the whole time.
Okay.
Okay. I was reluctant to click on this link because it just gives me so much cringies.
We're going to talk about modern music.
Music.
I don't know anything about the music in 2016, and I'm about to find out. What's popular now?
Ooh, it's so strong and muscular.
Dolla Sign.
I worry about nothing.
I think this guy likes money.
Hmm?
I think this guy likes money.
Yeah, definitely.
This is like Donald Trump's ego personified.
Look at this lady. She has no fat on her. I wonder if she'd be in the position she is. She was, you know, completely grotesque looking. Doubt it.
I'm sitting pretty impatient.
Okay, what the fuck? She's literally just like dropping down and being like a hoe. What does that have to do with this music? And why do people like this music? What the fuck? Like, what am I watching? What does it have to do with music?
It's all about the club. You know, people go to the club to have sex. It's all about the club.
Put in them hours, I'ma make it harder. I'm sending pick after picture, I'ma get you fired.
What content is fucking in this video? It's saying, look at me, I'm sexy. Look at these people, they're sexy.
What is... I can't even pay attention to anything she's singing about.
What the fuck? Like, this is just such goddamn garbage that I wouldn't wipe my ass with it.
Can we just move on?
No.
This isn't going anywhere.
Well, let's delve into the depths.
Oh, God.
Oh, look, another hoe. Yeah, she's dressed all scantily clad, too. Okay.
I don't have a problem with that.
But I can't stand these nights alone.
Okay, she's singing about can't stand the nights alone. So basically you're saying that you need somebody at all times. Like, This is 100% about sex. Like,
I mean,
9,000%.
Songs about sex are nothing.
And
new.
people think it's fucking great.
I mean, it could be great. We were just talking about the Magic Carpet Ride song earlier. That's about sex.
Yeah.
It's not the fact that it's about sex. It's the fact that it's horribly done. You can make a great song about sex. Just do it better. Jesus Christ. It's
Okay,
horrible.
let's go on. We're going to actually go to other songs, because I like to think that not every single song that's popular right now is about sex. Like, I can forgive it if only like a couple songs are.
No, okay, I could forgive it if it was catchy in any way, shape, or form, or appealing to the ears, but it's not. It's just, like, you might as well just be hearing the refrigerator buzzing.
By the way, I can't believe you muted yourself. We're going to see how much of yourself you muted. If there's a giant jump in this fucking video, it's because Dalton likes to fuck up our podcast by being technologically retarded. Insane.
Have a bitch boy slap bite.
Hey, you ruined the last one. You're trying to ruin this one. I'm not gonna let you.
I thought the blinking light was what you wanted to be.
Oh my god.
I thought if it was on constantly.
I told you exactly what it was. I literally told you. I explained it 100%.
Interpret it the opposite.
Oh my god. Okay, can't stop feeling. Okay, I don't think this is about sex. I got this feeling inside my bones.
Oh my god, that was horrible.
I think it's about dancing. Okay, that's fine. It's all about dancing. That's cool. I can respect that.
I didn't mind it being about sex. I just wanted it to be better.
Okay, what specifically is wrong with it, Dalton?
Well, I don't like the singing voice. I don't like the instrumentation.
Why?
It doesn't appeal to me. I'm just saying. I want to see if it gets better. Come on, let's try.
Off from my home, we're flying
like
up no
about
ceiling when we in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet.
That sounds very disco-y.
I mean,
Kinda
it's not as
cool.
bad as the last one, but it's very, very forgettable. I will never remember the song after we're done.
Okay, this is about
Duele el corazón.
Enrique Iglesias. Okay, I don't care about that.
The Outback. It's Stone.
Okay, it's about romance.
It's
And
goddamn America, goddammit.
okay, this is about all I can take. I don't even know what to say about this. It's just something.
Justin Bieber. Want to listen to Justin Bieber? Come on, let's go
No.
there. Come on, let's roll around in the mud with the pigs.
Hey, I like the bees. Okay. I don't understand what's on.
Sorry.
You gotta go and get angry at all of my honesty. You know I try, but I don't do.
Okay. I don't even know what to say about this. At least the video is visually entertaining.
I guess. I want to know why all these women are dancing around like that.
Because it's Biebs. They all want the Biebs.
I've been
Duh.
hanging on to his every word just because he's Biebs.
Yeah, duh. Fucking
I
idiot.
don't get the appeal of Justin Bieber. I don't get it. Maybe because I'm not a girl.
Okay, moving on to the next subject. It's about how memes are the most glorious thing on the planet, and it's a picture of a little kid in a Sonic the Hedgehog costume. It says, "No matter how fast I run, I can't run away from the pain."
This is just brilliant. Like, this never would have happened in the pre-internet age. This is just, I mean, it's abstract, but it makes sense. It clicks.
Yeah, I love that memes go across every genre. Like, it used to be just like, oh, internet nerds, yeah, memes, man. But now it goes to like gym, crocheting,
memes
fucking
are
like
very
any hobby you're into.
Yeah, the Navy has a bunch of memes.
Yep. And it's just like most of the time it's humorous, which is great. There's rarely a genre that's 100% humor, and a lot of it is like dark humor.
Like political. Though.
Yeah, okay. The political ones are kind of annoying because it condenses like actual opinions to just as
it's like Twitter.
Generic and
like
stereotypical. Oh, I fucking hate Twitter.
Yeah, me too. I don't see the point of Twitter. I do not get it. I don't have a Twitter account. Have no desire to get a Twitter account.
Hey, let's take all of our personal inner feelings and limit it to 160 words. Nah. I mean, I guess memes kind of do that, but they're not meant to be taken seriously. That's the great part about
some of them are.
No, they are taken seriously, but they're not meant to be taken seriously. At least I fucking hope so.
Yeah, I I hope people aren't really trying to like make serious arguments with memes, but I know they are.
Sometimes, yes. It's fucking awful.
Just like, how would you, a kid in a Sonic the Hedgehog suit? How would you think to put this text with it? I don't get it. This is just brilliant. So perfect. So simple.
Okay, I guess that's all we can talk about. That I just wanted to state my adoration.
If you're interested in memes, Richard Dawkins has a whole theory about memes. It's probably more intelligent and in depth than anything we could ever think of in a million years. So yeah, go check that out.
All right, movie theater etiquette. Okay, we're only gonna show this because I have an opinion where I don't really care about movie theaters, and I wait for shit to be released so I can see it on my computer in the personal comfort of wherever I am.
Good luck. They have a video on the hero's journey.
What do you think about movie theaters, Dalton?
I mean, if I'm going to see a movie I like, I guess I kind of like the environment. Like, as soon as I smell popcorn, I'm like, oh yeah! Because I have so many memories associated with going to the movies. Because, like, whenever any big movies come out since, like, 1994, I've gone to see it in the movies, so it's just...
Don't you get annoyed with fucking shitty people at the theaters, though?
I don't really pay attention to other people that much. I mean, maybe if there's, like, a crying kid, it annoys me.
Yeah, but
or like people who constantly talk the whole time.
Yeah, talking, and then a lot of times you can't get the seat that you want, so you get like a less than perfect view of it.
Oh yeah, I remember specifically when I went to see The Return of the King in theaters. I was like in the far edge of the movie theater, so I was like craning my neck like this. It was the most awkward position to watch a 3-hour movie in.
God, fuck that.
Welcome to the Glove and Boots movie review. Let's take a look back at the best films we saw this year, shall we?
I saw nothing. Got kicked out of like 8 movie theaters left.
I hate his voice.
Yeah, they need to get on with the fucking
last month alone.
Going to the movies is great, but you're not the only one in the movie theater.
Damn straight. A lot of people ignore that. You are not the only one in a movie theater. So shut the fuck up.
I don't know. I think more problems in a movie theater than there is anywhere you go. Like the same problems I have with people in general are my problems with movie theaters.
Exactly. That's the problem.
Unless the movie is really, really bad.
So have respect for your fellow movie patrons, and everyone will have a good time. You're probably thinking, I know this rule. This is common.
No talking.
You can talk a little bit, just not constantly.
So we sympathize, and we know the talking.
Okay. No, no texting. I could kind of agree with no texting.
That doesn't really bother me, though.
When the fucking, like, bright light fucking comes in, please.
I don't know. Maybe it bothers some people. I mean, I wouldn't do it personally, but...
The reboot of Beastmaster you're seeing may start in 5 minutes, but...
That's a real thing?
I have no idea.
Sounds awful.
Everybody else may be going to see the start of the Dawn of the Return of the Planet of the Apes tomorrow, and that starts in a half hour. So make sure you know what you want, and you have your money ready.
Yeah, that's pretty important with any line in general.
Yeah.
Is that you're supposed to know what you want before you get there instead of being a piece of shit and holding everyone else up. I feel like a lot of public places, people just ignore that there's other people around them.
Yeah, they don't know them personally, so they don't have empathy for them.
Yeah, fuck those type of people.
They don't care about the people being bombed in the Middle East. They don't know them personally. It's like the same concept magnified to a greater scale.
Basically, if I'm going to summarize why I don't like movie theaters, the air conditioning is not the way you like it. There's other people who are talking or noisy.
Yeah.
The floor is sticky. You don't get the fucking view that you want. You can't pause it. Like if they release brand new movies for say $6 a piece or the price of a movie ticket that I could watch in my fucking home, like on my personal computer even or my iPhone, I would choose that 90% of the time before going to a movie theater.
But you wouldn't see it on a giant screen.
Who cares?
You wouldn't see it on a giant screen. And you wouldn't have overpriced popcorn to eat, overpriced candy.
When virtual reality headsets come in and you have perfect ratio, a giant screen right in front of your face all the time, and everyone has one, nobody will give a fucking shit about the movie theater. I pretty much guarantee it's going to kill the movie theater.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, people still go to the IMAX for like the 3D glasses thing. I guess that's something unique, but with VR, it's totally irrelevant.
Yep.
I think movie theaters are kind of like newspapers. Like, it's an outdated format that people still use just because that's what they're used to. But once the older generation dies out, I think theaters...
Man, just like how drive-thrus close.
Movie theaters are going to go the way of DVDs.
Huh? Eventually.
The one time I went to a drive-thru theater, it fucking sucked. I couldn't hear a word the characters were saying. It was so bad.
Well, Dalton hasn't seen this. I wanted to show him the new Zelda. There's a new Zelda coming out from Nintendo, and everyone's hyped about it. Let's see how hyped Dalton is.
Open your eyes.
Open your eyes.
Abby found its character's British for some reason.
Alright, there's Zelda on his horse.
It's not Zelda. What?
I was trolling him. You get it, it's Link, it's not Zelda. Unless you're stupid. Oh my god, look at those ducks! Those ducks are amazing! Oh fucking dear. Holy shit.
I like the brightness of the colors.
Okay, show some gameplay. Dalton needs to see some gameplay. Look at that. Look at them graphics. Yeah, he just stole that horse. Take that, stupid horse.
He tamed it just like that.
Yep.
Like it's just that bad.
That was a goddamn
wild horse and make it his own.
Oh, look at that! Look at this stuff happening! Oh my god, lightning and shit! Look at it! Ah, okay, basically a bunch of crazy shit happens.
Okay, why don't they tell us about the game? Like, what are the unique features?
They do, but you'll just have to look that up. It's called The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and people are freaking out about it. Basically, it's like, it's almost an open world Zelda, where you can, like, do Grand Theft Auto type shenanigans on it, but there's all the story elements everywhere there. So it's still a traditional Zelda plus the Grand Theft Auto like open world thing added to it, and there's all kinds of physics, and like you can light everything on fire if you want to. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And there's really good hitboxes, so you won't have any bullshit. Like if something doesn't hit you, it doesn't hit your sprite, it won't hit you. It's fucking cool.
I'm glad I have a controller to play it with and not the Wiimote, because the whole controlling the sword with the Wiimote sounded like a good idea, but when I actually tried to, it pissed me off. It did not feel natural or easy at all.
Oh yeah, fun fact, Nintendo actually announced that they've been developing the next system.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And
They're
it's
really
not
mysterious
gimmicky.
About it.
Yeah.
What is it? Have they revealed more?
It's not gimmicky. It's like powerhouse like the PS4.
Yeah, is that it?
Yeah, it's going to be basically a PS4 specs with Nintendo, which will be fucking amazing. I can't wait.
Why didn't they do that with the Wii U? Because it came out just a little bit before the PS4.
Because they thought gimmicks are still cool, but nobody gives a shit about gimmicks now. They want content.
They just want gameplay. Just give us good games with good graphics, and that's pretty much it. I don't care about, ooh, I can shake the stick.
Move this shit.
I mean, I guess it paid off for them when they released the original Wii, because that sold, like, God, more than any other video game console ever.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm pretty sure that's a one-trick pony.
Yeah.
It's never going to happen
The Wii U
again.
hasn't sold nearly as many copies as or as much as the Xbox or the PS4.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a decent system, but it's nothing special.
Okay, featured on the screen right now is a picture of Dalton Smith. And
we kind of already went over this.
It says Arena Noob, and I just wanted to express how much I think of a noob Dalton is. Muting his mic. Generally, when he started the World of Warcraft game, ignoring the NPC directly in front of him for the quest and running to his death on some abyssal ledge. Ignoring literally, it was literally right in front of him.
I thought I could survive. I forgot you had falling damage in World of Warcraft.
Oh, okay, literally, it was right in front of him. The one thing he had to do, and he walked right past it to his death and couldn't even get to his own body to resurrect himself.
Yeah, because it fell like on an obscure little ledge.
Like literally the easiest
down to it. I couldn't catch it again.
Easiest thing in gaming ever, and he still couldn't do it. I felt like it was my grandma, and not just my grandma. My grandma on like Ambien trying to fucking play World of Warcraft.
That's a very unfair little snapshot of one fraction of my total.
Okay, you just muted the mic, Dalton.
Because I got the light.
No, I literally gave him the breakdown of what it does and how it works. And what to look for, and he still managed to fuck it up.
I forgot which one was good. I should have asked, but whatever. Don't want it blinking, you want it on.
Who knows? Who knows how long Dalton is muted on here? I fucking hope it's not a long time. We'll see you in the playback. I'm going to release this anyways, because I won't let Dalton destroy 2 podcasts in a row. Like, I literally got these headsets. I got these headsets to prevent this from happening. He still managed to fucking do it.
Come on.
God bless his soul. Alright. Dalton, you fucking new piece of shit. Hey, if you ever want an easy challenge, ask Dalton to play you on any online or multiplayer game. And you'll fucking wreck his butthole.
I'm alright. I hadn't played it in years, and I just started playing it again.
God bless you.
I was rusty. Okay? I started a dwarf character after that, and I'm kicking ass now.
Oh, well. Okay, we're going to watch a Game of Thrones related video. If you're not caught up on Game of Thrones, don't watch this. But if you are, please watch / listen.
Well, I read all the books, so does that count as being caught up?
Yes, you're definitely caught up.
Okay.
Trial.
I choose violence.
Hell to the no, no, no. Come on, come on. Come on. Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no.
Okay, now maybe I'm gonna sound like a snobby book fan, but like I can't stand people that are just fans of the show and haven't even read the books or don't care about the books. Talking about how they're Game of Thrones fans. You're not a Game of Thrones fan. You're not
I mean, they kind of are. They like the story in general. I mean, how could you deny that? Just because you choose to get your information in another way.
Okay, the books were better.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that.
That's the heart and soul of... Alright, it's not a Game of Thrones. It's called A Song of Ice and Fire.
Yeah,
that's the name of the
true.
series. And there's so many... Like, I think the writers of the show are very good. I think the cinematography is good. The actors are amazing. The only thing I have a problem with is the plot changes. The unnecessary plot changes. It, like, even changes to the characterization of essential character arcs. Like... Alright, the one that probably pissed me off the most and caused me to stop watching entirely was Jaime raping Cersei Lannister. Jaime would never do that in the books. The whole story arc was him becoming a better person and not being such an asshole. He would, like, after he got his hand cut off, that was a very humbling moment, and he was becoming a better person.
Yeah, and
with Brienne.
Not to mention the fact that Cersei, like, the way she is, she could never, like... I don't think it could be rape with Jaime, like the way she feels about Jaime, if you understand her actual internal dialogue. Just saying.
Yeah, in the books it was consensual. Why did they change it to a rape?
Trial.
Jaime Lannister, when he took charge of Tywin's army and he was subduing the remnants of the resistance in the Riverlands, he would hang people in Tywin's army that had raped women. He hanged them. That was his attitude towards rapists. He wouldn't be a rapist.
True. I feel like they put that in maybe to mitigate the incestuous relationship, but it is 100% like fucked up and incestuous. Just saying.
Let's make it an incestuous relationship with rape in front of their dead son's grave. Their inbred dead son.
There's no reason to put that in the show, and I really hate that they felt the necessity to go out of line with the book and have everything sequentially no matter what as far as the character stories, because they did this whole thing with Brand and
what's even going on with him in the show?
I don't even want to know because I don't watch it. But Brand and what's her face who joins the Many Faces cult of Many?
Arya.
Yeah, Arya. Yeah, it's Arya. Arya and Bran, where instead of following the book, they just pushed their plot forward because they wanted to keep it like everyone has a turn, everyone gets their turn in the plot, which is fucking dumb. And now they're just making shit up. Because guess what? People who watch the show, alright, if you haven't watched the show or the book, just close your ears, don't listen to this. In the show, Hodor apparently dies, but if you read the books, Hodor does not fucking die.
Yeah, neither does Stannis Baratheon. Stannis Baratheon really dies in the show, too.
Yeah, for no reason, they just fucking put that in.
We don't know. His fate is left up in the air in the last book. So, I mean, I guess George R. R. Martin had some kind of hand in it. I know he's definitely involved in the show, but I don't know if he really has the final say or if he disagrees with something and they just do it anyway. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't like this whole, like, going ahead of the books thing. Like, that just really...
They easily could have waited, yes.
God, it's probably going to come out this year sometime.
Like, they're going to do the thing where they think they know better and keep progressing it forward, and then they're going to start writing their own plots, and it's not going to be good. Because it's not
George R. R. Martin.
Yes, exactly. And I've seen it happen before on... Okay, for example, Cartoon Invader Zim, the main creator, Jonan Vasquez, left the show. They continued making episodes. Hey, what a surprise! That season that they made without Jonan Vasquez was complete dog shit, and they canceled the show right after.
The creative force behind it was gone, so all the wind went out of the show.
That's like if they tried to make Lord of the Rings, like more stories in that universe, or the Middle Earth universe, without J.R.R. Tolkien.
I guess some people could, theoretically, but...
Most likely not.
I mean, like, some of the video games kind of have original stories. Some of them actually aren't bad. Like, Shadow of Mordor story is actually pretty interesting. But that's just because you can tell they're fans of the books. They really genuinely
they try to emulate Tolkien.
About the book.
Yeah. They don't try to make their own fucking shit.
Well, they make it fit within his universe. They don't just make shit up.
Yep.
Don't even get me started on the Lord of the Rings movies and all the adaptational flaws they made. Like, the decisions they made that just make absolutely no sense.
No, okay, the Lord of the Rings, like... yes, there's some questionable things, but the fucking Hobbit movies just like took a complete giant dog shit on everything. They're just like, oh, you like the Hobbit?
We're gonna add a 2-hour pointless action scene.
Yeah.
Even though in the books they got in the barrels,
kids love that.
Down the river. They could have made it one movie. There's no reason for it to be 3 movies. That was absurd. Okay, can I just have a little rant about the Army of the Dead scene in the Return of the King?
Yes.
In the books, the Army of the Dead is not some all-conquering, invincible ghost army. They can't hurt anybody. Their only weapon is fear. The ironic part is that fear is the Dark Lord Sauron's weapon. That's his weapon that he's trying to subdue everyone with. So the Army of the Dead fights Sauron with his own weapon, and that's why they're fucking awesome. They scare all the Corsairs off of their own ships and get them to, like, jump into the river like madmen because they're so terrified of these fucking ghosts. But in the book, in the movie, they're just like, they just kill people, and you can't kill them. Like, why would Aragorn release their souls after the Battle of Pelennor Fields? Why not just take them to Mordor? They could just kill everybody. It made no sense. He just made it... Okay, any chance where Peter Jackson had a chance to be subtle, he didn't go subtle. He went over the top. Like, Sauron is literally a fucking evil lighthouse. a literal fucking flaming eye instead of... In the books, he wasn't the eye. He was inside of the tower, and his shape was kind of vague and undefined. I think he's probably invisible. But he wasn't a literal eye. It was so simplistic.
Yeah, he's supposed to be more omnipotent.
Plus, they didn't really play up his aspects as a deceiver. Like, they didn't talk about his corruption of the Númenóreans. They didn't give him any kind of backstory to make it out like why Sauron is the deceiver. Because he's not just an overpowering Dark Lord. He's very deceptive. He's kind of like a slimy businessman. He's very subtle. That's how he works. He manipulates people. He's not just like...
Okay, Dalton,
I'm sorry.
Dalton, sometimes when he gets going on things, he will never stop.
Yeah.
I wanted to move on to the next subject, which will be narcissism, and what level is unhealthy and what level is healthy. I just want to hear your unfiltered opinion on this, Dalton.
Well, I think there's a difference between narcissism and self-respect and... looking out for your own interests. I mean, everybody should look out for their own interests, and probably will. I don't think anybody needs me to prompt them to look out for their own interests.
Definitely. Some people, maybe, like people who have gone on the opposite end of the spectrum of narcissism, where they have completely no value, maybe need to look out for themselves more.
They might even have like a martyr complex.
Yeah.
They always have to be the one.
Oh, no. That's the funny part. If you're a martyr, that's usually a sign, or a supposed like self-martyr, usually a sign of being a narcissist.
Like that guy who said he'd rather die on the cross than anti-LGBT legislation. Yeah, that kind of person I can't fucking stand.
But
like, there's this Marine I was talking to online who said that he wants to die on the battlefield. He wants to.
Why?
That's insane! That's not being a Marine. That's being fucking a lunatic. I would hazard to guess that most Marines want to die of old age. I mean, do you think that's
most people?
Assumption? Yeah. He's like, oh, well, if you knew Marines, if you knew what we were like, you'd understand. Like, no, I know Marines. I've worked with Marines. This isn't because you're a Marine. This is because you're insane or you're seeking attention.
Well, I think as far as narcissism is concerned, the healthy level is enough to want to take care of yourself and enough to have aspirations of wanting to be, like, great. That's it. That's all that you need. There's no other level of narcissism that you fucking need.
The ego is it's the cause of some of the biggest problems in life. All the time. It's just your ego. That's why people get offended over anything. That's probably why wars start. It's because people's egos get so battered down they just have to reclaim them.
Oh, I mean, maybe I feel like a lot of... Actually, yeah, you're kind of right, because a lot of wars get started because people are different, because you're so narcissistic that you think what you are is the most correct way of being.
We gotta avenge national honor at this point. Can't just talk things out, can't avert a war where millions of people may die. Nope, you gotta fight.
Obviously.
I mean, sometimes you probably do have to, but...
I mean, how many people...
Egos on both sides, really.
How many people do you know that are very blatantly narcissistic?
Donald Trump. he's a professional narcissist. That's what he does.
I mean, people personally that you know.
Trial.
It's pretty hard to point out sometimes, isn't it?
Sometimes it's more subtle.
Trial.
You really have to analyze them to find.
Yeah, and sometimes it's like you think someone's like that, but really the way they act is from the opposite symptoms of having no self-esteem whatsoever.
I don't know. I think narcissists do have a paradoxical lack of self-esteem.
Oh yeah, that's why they
That's why they have to elevate themselves into this grandiose figure.
All I'm saying is that if the way you're thinking is that you're central to everything, you need to reevaluate what you're thinking, because that's from childhood. Like, it's important in childhood to have that kind of mentality because it helps you survive. But otherwise, past that, you need to rethink your mentality, because it's definitely not necessarily, you're definitely not the center of the universe. And
people think they're more special than they are. Now, I may sound overly negative saying that, but like, there's so many people on this planet. Sometimes things you go through that you think are unique, they're really not unique. Some thoughts you have you think are unique, they're not unique.
Yep, and the only, like, the time to feel special is when you're trying to be creative or trying to do something new. Because you need that little boost. You need that little boost to get going. Otherwise, there's no reason to even start trying.
You can believe in yourself.
Yeah.
In the cause of you. But just be self-aware that that's what you're doing. Like, don't believe your own bullshit.
Definitely.
Or else you turn into Donald Trump.
A piece of shit. Okay.
Well, he's actually being pretty successful, so maybe that's a good strategy.
This is an example of the opposite of narcissism. It's Garfield minus Garfield, which is the Garfield strips, but with Garfield completely taken out. So it's just what's the main character's name? Jim.
Dave. So it's just Dave. Like talking to his cat as if his cat is actually an intelligent person.
But this is the reality of it. It's just Dave by himself. All right, let's read this. It's just Dave by himself. There might be a few good things I'm good at, and it's just him. Like, looking, next panel, him looking at himself, and then next panel, him looking disappointed.
I guess, was he looking down at Garfield?
I mean, maybe originally, but
I guess Garfield had some dialogue of his own they just took out.
Yep, but in reality, Jim is just having a thought of, there might be a few things I'm not good at, and then coming to a realization that he's not good at a lot of things. This is the opposite of a narcissist. Someone that just has completely no self-value whatsoever. And if you have no self-value, you're not going to do much, because you, like, when you go to think of like things that can be done, you're never going to place yourself in that category of like the action that requires things to get done.
People think life is harder than it is.
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes you can just do something. Just do it and you'll be fine.
Yeah, like Sheila Booth says, just do it! Yeah. Don't let your dreams just be dreams. Like, there's a time and place for everything, and you need to realize when it comes to achieving your own personal life, it's good to be narcissistic a little bit.
It's good to be narcissistic.
A little bit. Like, everything, it's nuanced, and you need to have balance. Let's talk. Okay, this is know the rules. Basically, we know some people personally in our lives who think the rules are everything and must be obeyed 100% completely, no matter what, rigidly.
The rules, I guess, define their ethics.
Basically,
they don't have ethics of their own. They don't have like a personal standard of morality. They just have to go by what the authority figure says. That's what's right and wrong.
Yeah, and I absolutely can't stand that, because I've never lived like that.
I mean, that goes back to the Islam question. That's why the morality of some Muslims is so fucked up to the point that two men kissing is more offensive to them than mass slaughter of human beings. Because of the rules of their religion. They just follow, well, that's the rules, that's what God says.
The only time rules should matter is when you're weighing the consequences. If breaking the rules means that there's actually a chance that you get caught at breaking the rules too, and it cause adverse effects on your life, yes, it's important then. But besides that, any rule that you're considering, you need to think of the morality of it, not just the rule itself.
Yeah, or if the rule itself is actually, like, getting in the way of getting things done. Maybe you might have to bend it.
Trial.
Yes.
It's okay. It's fine.
Just follow rules no matter what. You're probably fucking some shit up. Because if there's a rule that says you must kick any infant that gets in your way, you shouldn't fucking follow those rules. I'm just saying, no matter if you get punished for it or not, like even if the punishment is you get locked up in prison, fuck that. You shouldn't kick the goddamn infant.
You know what
I'm
I just
saying.
realized is really disturbing? That mentality of always following the rules no matter what. That was the mentality of the people who carried out the Holocaust.
Yes.
Literally. That's what they said.
Yes.
I was following orders. We had to. That's what they told us.
So, I'm going to keep this short because we're actually going to wrap up this podcast because we have more stuff to talk about. This podcast has gone on long enough.
But I know you didn't sit down and watch this whole thing. Unless you're Yolanda Gross or Heather Haynes.
Yeah, maybe even then it's questionable.
Yeah.
Yeah, to end, just don't follow rules blindly, and goodbye.
Yeah, fucking rebellion. Woohoo!
Goodbye. Goodbye. Have a good evening, morning, day, whatever.
Trial.
This is
the gunpowder treason plot.
This is
I know no reason why the gunpowder
Rambling Bullshit 420. Name to be determined. We might actually change it. Have a good one. Goodbye.